Greetings, Men at Second. I'm Jim Maggard with Men at Second. I'm here today with Larry Robertson. Larry's going to be our featured speaker at our revival meeting on Monday, March 21st. We're going to meet at 6 o'clock for dinner over at the District Tap Restaurant on 82nd Street. And today we're going to be talking to Larry about his faith journey, his life, and all the things that he's been through over his life, and we're hoping that you'll come and join us and listen to his full story when we get together on the 21st. So on to University of Washington in Seattle, and then you had mentioned that you were drafted from after college, and that you went into the Army.
Yes.
And tell us about your experiences there. I understand you went to Vietnam.
Yes. Well, I was drafted right out of college, from college, because I decided to drop a couple classes that I wasn't doing well in. There were classes I shouldn't have been in to begin with, and I thought, well, I'll take a quarter and pick them up the next time. Well, back that time, the draft had a 15-hour per quarter schedule. I dropped down to 14 hours, and being from OMAC, there wasn't very many people on the draft register, and I didn't think about that. And before I knew it, I got this letter.
The greetings letter?
Greetings.
Yeah.
From your uncle. So I found myself at Fort Ord, California, basic training, and then there's a good story there you'll want to hear when you come on Monday. I ended up in Fort Knox, Kentucky, going to Morse code school as a radio operator, and got through that school, and then was asked to and had an opportunity to audition for the Army Chorus, and I went special duty to the Army Chorus, and we did about 300 some concerts a year all around the Midwest. There was 20 of us. Great experience, but imagine my surprise when out of the middle of that came greetings from President Kennedy saying, "Larry, I need you to go to South Vietnam." Well, and there's a couple interesting things there. My first partner was a Major Price, whose sister happened to be Leontine Price.
I'll be darned.
And she would send reel-to-reel tapes over of her opera singings, and I had my hand crank generator, and I'd go with the bicycle doing this, and he had a reel-to-reel player, and we were out in the middle of the jungles of Vietnam playing opera. Then later on, I met Captain Colin Powell. He was up in the Ashau Valley, and he was in a old French fort that was just up the street from us.
Yeah.
I use that advisedly. Actually, it was about a 10-mile walk that would probably take, because of the thickness of the jungle and stuff, probably you're talking about a day and a half journey to go those 10 miles.
Wow.
But he was just a captain at that time, just a young,
I'll be darned.
more than a shaved tail. But
I'll be darned. We've all had setbacks in our life, dark clouds that come into our lives. You've bought and sold a number of businesses and have been, thank goodness, mostly successful, occasionally some disappointments there. But on a personal level, you actually lost a son some years back. And, how did you get through that? That was obviously one of the toughest things, if not the toughest, that you've had to face. Tell us how you got through that.
that came, I guess the word is culmination, and I don't think it's culmination because that kind of infers that it was building. But it really was. There was a couple of years that where a business that I had worked on very hard for several years was very successful, and I made some decisions that turned out to be bad decisions in allowing other people to be involved. That took me to St. Petersburg, Florida, which didn't work out so well. I found myself down there without the job that I went down there to fill when I found out these people were not very, didn't have any integrity, they're not very trustworthy and so on. So I left their employ. And I found out that my wife was pregnant, and we had to come back north. And we went back to Dearborn, where her parents lived, and lived with them. Very hard for me, who was very self-sufficient and used to doing my own thing. And then when we found, when the baby was born, David was his name, David Bruce. We named him after my two brothers. Was born with hydrocephalus and spina bifida. It was a very difficult delivery, a breech delivery, and my wife's life was in jeopardy after the delivery. So we didn't even get to meet our son. The OBGYN decided that, and I think he was okay, that it probably we should concentrate on getting my wife's health back.
Right, right.
Which we did. And so like I say, there was kind of a pile on. Let's just see if we can get all this bad stuff over right away and then move on from there.
Right, right.
My faith took me through all that. I've had peace with it, made peace primarily because with all the difficulties that David was born with, I understand and am at peace with the fact that Jesus said, I'll take care of him. Let me help you. Let me raise him. And he'll be here because I've made a place for you too.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we hope that you'll join us not next Monday, but the 21st at 6 o'clock for the March edition of Revival from Men Second. So thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday night. Thank you.